Okay, hello. Welcome to today's. There she is. I think I got somebody this time. Good. Hello. I forgot about the worksheets. I just emailed that to you. Okay, so welcome to today's masterclass. I'm Julie Larson, your host. So, oops. Let me go back to the first slide. It was just previewing my slides. So this is called Doing Business the Doula Way Masterclass. And today's agenda is niche, which is yours. The second section is getting started in business. The third section is finding clients. And do you need more help? So I'm going to tell you a little about our mentoring club. So what is your niche? If you have a niche for your mama clients, it'll be easy for you to focus your marketing. For instance, see what the difference is between general and specific below. General, I serve pregnant mamas in my state or city area. More specific, I serve pregnant single moms in Kansas City, Kansas. If you're in a more rural area, your niche might be a little more general, but it could be county or area specific. I serve pregnant mothers of Geneva County, Nebraska. If you're in a big city, you might be able to niche down even more. For instance, I serve single African American women that are pregnant in St. Louis, Missouri. So these are some examples of how to start your own niche. Some more niche examples. I serve Christian pregnant mothers throughout their pregnancy and labor, providing spiritual benefits for their labor time. I serve African American pregnant mothers who share the same culture heritage, and I help them attain the birth they want in the hospital setting. I serve Catholic postpartum mothers who wish to have nutritional meals included and spiritual practices added to their postpartum. Or I serve as a nutritional postpartum doula who wishes to provide nutritional meals, delivery, and other food items for postpartum mothers. So you can see how specific this can become. So exercise. What niche do you want to serve? So I sent you a worksheet, and if anybody else is getting this recording, I can send them the worksheet later. And so you'll write down what niche do you want to serve. It's okay to have more than one idea since you might not be sure yet. You might want to do some research, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So you can write down your worksheet what niche you want to serve and why you've chosen this niche. So there's 3 more ideas on exercise for your niche, part B. Think of 3 ideas you want to offer your mamas in your area as part of your niche. Research those 3 ideas that you want to offer your mamas. Is anyone else offering that service, yes or no? So this is kind of like 3 ideas that you could add to your niche. So maybe your niche is something more general and you're trying to get more specific, or maybe you just want to add like service ideas that you want to do. So let's say I'm a postpartum doula in the Kansas City, Kansas area, and I wanted to think about 3 service areas I want to offer. So I think my first one would be the nutritional meal planning. So I'd offer some meal plans. So that could be something that I could add or even sell separately, because meal plans can be sold separately. Idea number 2 would be actually cooking meals for the mothers. So I could do that as a idea, maybe cooking the meals and delivery service. Idea number 3 might be just grocery shopping for them. Sometimes postpartum mothers have trouble getting out grocery shopping. So that could be something I could do, as long as they're prepaying for their groceries or something. We could work out the details on that. Or maybe I could just be picking up the groceries, because I know a lot of places have the stores where they do the shopping for the mother. She orders the groceries, and then you're just going over there and picking up the groceries. So that could be one way of doing things, where you don't actually have to do the shopping, but you're just picking up the groceries and taking them home for the mother to use, since she has a newborn at home and she may not have time for that. So those are just some ideas. You could be creative. A birth doula service ideas. You could maybe say if you're a massage therapist, for instance, you could add massage to one of your ideas. Maybe you're aromatherapist, you could add in, you offer aromatherapy essential oils. You know, there's ideas are endless on this, but these are just some ideas that you might want to add into your service packages. So that's what we want you to do in there. Okay, so the next part is getting started as a doula. So this is our next section. Confident strategies to start you on your doula business. A for attention, please. If you want to be in front of the pack of other doulas in your area, you need to capture the attention of your clients. What makes you stand out that is different? Do you have a favorite color or animal or just object you like? Do you have another favorite hobby to impress your audience? Here's what I just started doing. I'm a harpist. I play the harp, and I just started playing harp again. So I'm thinking of having the harp as maybe my attention getter when I want to do my doula advertising and capture your audience attention. So what is unique about you? So you can write down what makes you stand out in a crowd. What is something uniquely about you? And it could be that maybe you just have the favorite color of turquoise, like what I'm wearing here today. You know, whatever makes you stand out in the crowd. I also know a lady that likes flamingos a lot. So, you know, could be something you might want to think about. What's your favorite animal? Okay, next section is market research. So by getting started as a doula, market research helps you narrow down your niche, especially if you're not sure yet of what's going on in your area. It also helps you kind of figure out what little things you want to add on to your services, like the previous exercise that we talked about. And it's okay if you want to explore all doulas in your area of the world. So like, go and look at what the other doulas are doing. What are they doing? What can you do that's different than other doulas? Or maybe you already have a doula area doing nutritional services, but maybe you don't like what they're offering. You know, maybe their offering isn't as good as what you could come up with. So you could still have a little competition. You know, it doesn't matter to have a little competition of what you're doing. Just make it something different or make it more unique. And, you know, maybe there's something missing in your area that you could offer that's different. So, you know, think of that things. So if you know your niche, let's say it's Christian mothers who attend church, then you may want to do your market research by doing various churches and seeing what is the population would be available for you to work with. If you're looking at a nutrition aspect, you might want to look at where pregnant mothers hang out at, you know, or postpartum mothers, you know, find out what kind of restaurants they eat at or what kind of foods they like or things like that. And, you know, it's okay to ask friends to fill out your market research. You know, it's open to however you want to do this market research. It's up to you. And you might be able to find other people who've done market research in the past in your area, and that research might help you as well. So more on research. So let's keep with the Christian mother scene. What 3 offerings could you offer the Christian mother? What services do you want to offer her? So you could do more research on what service you want to offer her. Do other people offer this service? Who's your competition? Look for those websites. Can you offer it better? Example, I want to offer Christian mothers these 3 things. A Christian-based prenatal care or classes, Christian meditations for pregnancy, Christian-based doula labor care package, including biblical affirmations. Does anyone in your area offer a childbirth class or prenatal class based on Christianity? Does anyone in your area offer Christian meditations on audio files or other ways to mothers? Does anyone else offer doula labor package and biblical affirmations? So these are some just more ideas for research. Now it's your turn. Is there room for your niche in your area? Go research your niche idea. Go to your church, your coffee shop, wherever you think that your niche is going to be hanging out at. You know, just go find where your mothers might be at. So, like I said, if you're looking to serve coffee drinking mamas, then that might be the place to go find them. Once you found out, yes, there's room for your niche, and think of 3 ideas you want to offer your mamas in your area. Research those 3 ideas. Is anyone else offering this service, yes or no? And also, if you find out that your niche may just not fit your style, your area, then it's okay to change your niche and then go back and do the research for your new niche idea. So don't worry if like, okay, after I've done this research, I found out there's not that many African-American women in my community. I just don't live in that kind of area. Then you can go and find somebody else to work with instead. So it just really depends on where you're at in the United States, or maybe you are wanting to work with Indian women or something, and there's just not that many people in your area. So it just depends on where you're at. I'm on live right now. If someone else is offering the same service, how can you make it unique? Write your service and what it'll look like. So anyway, just come up with these ideas to do your service and do your research. And it's okay to change your mind on your niche. That's your first thought is to certainly like, but there might not be enough women in your area to serve that. So what is your price? There's another research project. You'll want to do the following. Research local doulas and see what they are charging. Research in nearest biggest town to see what they are charging. Research your state or national, see the national average of what doulas are charging. So the local doulas, you probably want to try to keep around the same price structure to equal. Nearest biggest town, you might charge a little bit less if you're a more rural area, and you might charge more if you're in a bigger city. So if I'm in Kansas City, I could be charging more for my services than I would in a little small town, for instance. What else do you want to add to your price? Luxury price pointing. If you want to serve mothers in a luxury market, you need to make sure you are not undercutting yourself. If your niche market is to offer a luxurious experience to chiropractors, doctors, and other professionals, for instance, they need to consider what it looks like and how to add in the right price points. So what was your luxury points are to your worksheet? And your luxury points also could be for a regular mother. Maybe you just have a luxury package. So maybe you're adding some other people in your community are adding in things. So maybe I'm not a massage therapist, but I want to add a massage package to my doula work. So I could partner with a massage therapist in my area, and that would be part of my package deal. Hey, you get this massage in with it. You get a prenatal massage with your birth doula package. So that could be also a way of doing luxury pricing. And maybe not necessarily it's for a chiropractor or anybody, but it could be just you're offering a higher cost price package to somebody that might have a little extra funds that would want to spend on it. Rates. So locally calculated rates equal our average pricing related to our peers. National at or slightly below average for your city plus 2 major cities. Luxury at high-end average, your city plus 2 major cities. So these are just another way of researching. And you also may want to consider birth doula versus postpartum doula, because birth doulas usually are going to be more like a one price kind of thing, or they might have a price plus if they work extra hours at a birth or something. And a postpartum doula is usually hourly rates, though I have seen some postpartum doulas that offer packages that maybe they include so many hours, but they're offering extra things in those hours. So they may say, I'm working 10 hours overnight or, whatever, or 20 hours, and they're doing special things in those package deals. That's just another way of calculating things. And rate assignment. So you might also want to include like gas prices in your area. Like, let's say I want to charge mileage after 30 miles. So I charge 50 cents a mile after I reach 30 miles outside of my 30-mile radius or 40-mile radius, whatever works for you. And also, do you have to pay a babysitter when you are at a birth or the postpartum client? What are you charging for your babysitter? So you want to make sure that you're charging enough for your client to cover the fees that you're charging your babysitter. So if I'm making only $15 an hour as a postpartum doula, that's probably not going to be enough to cover a babysitter if I really needed one. So I'm going to be wanting to charge probably $25 an hour as a postpartum doula if I needed a babysitter and was paying a babysitter $10 an hour, for instance. That way I'm making some kind of money off of it. Or you might want to arrange other kind of babysitting things. Maybe a daycare might charge less, but these are just kind of ideas here on this assignment. So take time to consider all of the expenses that you might have, driving around to somebody's place or, whatever, and then come up with your final package price for your clients. And you can also narrow it down to like 3 different packages. Most doulas have 3 kinds of packages. They have like the basic package, and then they have for birth doulas, and then they have a second package for kind of a medium rate, and then the luxury package for, more extra stuff. And then postpartum doulas also sometimes have extra different packages. And if you're not sure what those look like, I would suggest just looking at other websites on seeing what those rates would be. Okay, so standing out in the crowd, remember your niche. And now you can stand out as special ingredients to help you stand out among your competition. Since I play harp and doula, I could probably use my harp as attraction magnet. What would you use? Write down a couple things that come in mind for you to stand out in the crowd. What's your mission statement? Writing a mission statement can also help narrow down your focus of your doula service. You could look up how to write a mission statement on Google or look up other business mission statements. Write a mission statement for your last assignment of this section. So, your mission is not necessarily the same thing as a niche. So, you may want to say, whatever is my mission, I want to help, maybe you have a passion to help low-income women, but you could look for funding to help them. So it's not like you have to do all your services for free. You could say, I'm looking for grants to help low-income women, but I also serve Christian mothers in my community too, as well, or whatever. You could include your niche as well in that mission statement, because it's great to add in that extra thing if you wanted to do it. But anyway, whatever your mission is, it should probably include a little bit of your niche as well. Now, let's go to turning to finding clients, helping you find your clients. So I call this a notepad exercise. I think, I'm sorry, but I did borrow this one probably from Doula Darcy a little bit. So get out your notepad or those sticky notes and write down people you know. Does not have to be a woman or pregnant. So you might have some family members that are pregnant. Do you have friends who know pregnant women or postpartum women? Do you know a postman? Do you know a baker? Do you know a chiropractor? Do you know a yoga instructor? Do you know a baby boutique owner? Just tell everybody what you're doing, because then someone's going to eventually reach back out to you, say, hey, I know this pregnant mother or person. I know this postpartum mother that you can work with. And so, you don't have to be specifically somebody that's pregnant. It could be, and you could tell men, because they're going to tell their women about it. A chiropractor, my chiropractor is married. He just had his first baby. No, I was not his choice for his doula, but that's okay. I am still on his referral list to somebody else that might want a doula. So that's how you kind of do that. You just find out who you want to work with, and that's how you would do that kind of exercise. And it's a good way to just find out how many people you actually know, because you probably don't know, you think you don't know that many people, but when you start thinking about it, you know lots of people. And it's just a good way to get started. So using social media to find clients. Of course, social media is probably a good way to just getting started, at least initially, for helping you find clients. And knowing how to use the hashtags is probably the best way to get clients. So there is a Manhattan, Kansas. So I put on here hashtag Manhattan, Kansas, hashtag doula, hashtag birth doula, hashtag pregnancy. This will help you find someone in your location. You may want to search your town's name. Let's say you live in Mama Town. You make sure you look at the tags on Instagram. They're usually that connecting with the people this way. I have made a few new friends by following other people's hashtags in my area. This will help you show up more if you're using the proper hashtags for your area. If you're not set up your account yet, this is time to set up your social media. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to do that. That's a separate webinar, because it's really, some people don't know. If they need help with setting up social media, there's YouTube videos out there on how to set up Instagram and Facebook. But I use my Facebook page and there is a way to connect your Meta business page to your Instagram page. And so once those are connected, you can practically just post on both at the same time. There's a way to do that. So I make all of my posts Instagram size. You know, on Facebook, they don't care if it's Instagram size or Facebook size. So I suggest making all your posts to Instagram size, even for Facebook. And that'll just be a lot easier for your posting. And on this page, I just have some samples of social media posts. This one says, Mom is breastfeeding, learn about our awesome breast at my blog. So you can also direct people to your blog post. And so blogging is one way of actually getting people to learn more about what you offer as well. And this one's like sleep training do's and don'ts. And of course, I don't really recommend sleep training until the baby's like 6 months to 8 months old, but this is just kind of a general post about that. And then there's another sample media post. Prenatal visits are important. And for mothering a mother, read my blog post, 10 expert tips for a smooth labor. So these are just little short blips. And then you get people to think about, oh, I want to go to their blog and read more about that. So then you have a way of connecting your blog to your post. You could either put it in the messages up above or something like that. So usually that's how I do it. I put the link in the post to my blog or whatever. So offering a freebie event. So after social media posting, what else can we do to get the word out that you're a doula? So I have done this in the past where I've done What's a Doula or Meet the Doula. You can call it whatever one you want to call it. And I make a presentation designed around, well, I focus on birth doula, for instance, since that's what I offer mostly. Or if you're a postpartum doula, you can focus it on postpartum. This is an important event since many mamas have never heard of a doula. Advertise it well so you can have people come and make sure you can hand out flyers or information to attendees. Offer these at various places, so where to host your doula event at. So these are some ideas on where to host it at. I have done, I've done it at a private home, so that's where I've done mine at. You're going to invite guests that are interested in doula work, perhaps as potential clients. And this is kind of fun as you have more access to more things at a private home, including get paid on the spot for booking for your services. A library room is a great place to do this. You can coordinate that with someone in charge. However, you probably wouldn't be able to take payments at the library, but it's just a good way to get started. You could always refer them to your website. A recreation room you might be able to get for free as well. You could go outside at a park if the weather's nice enough and maybe pair it with an outdoor event, or offer it at a festival somewhere that your town's offering things like that. You could probably maybe I'll ask a chiropractor's office. I didn't put that on here. My chiropractor's office doesn't let me, but I asked them. So anyway, I haven't done one lately, but I should probably look at one of these other ideas because I really like the idea of just letting people know in my community what I do and offer. So it just depends on how well you know the person, I think, too. So homework, pick a location for What's a Doula or Meet Your Doula event and write down your worksheet. So another idea is starting a mom's group. Another way to meet other mothers is start a mom support group. Here are some ideas. Pregnancy support group, postpartum mom support group, breastfeeding support group, VBAC support group, pregnancy exercise group. The ideas are endless. So what do you want to focus on? Maybe you also want to include maybe your niche idea in this. So I might want to say, hey, I want to work with Christian postpartum mothers. So I might just start a Christian postpartum support group, for instance. So if you're working with single moms, you could start a single mom support group, for instance. So just whatever you want to work on. So the homework is, what kind of mom support group will you want to start in your community? Does it match up with your niche market? Perhaps your niche is coffee drinking mamas and you want to meet up at a coffee house for a support group idea. Write down what you want to support. Does it match your niche? Where will you meet up at? And it's okay to call around and find out who's got a free room. I mean, sometimes you might have to pay for room. If you do have to pay for room, then I would suggest charging maybe just some small donation fee for the room use for your group. And maybe your first group meeting you just offer for free, but after that say, hey, I'm having to pay for this room, this spot. So, make sure you're advertising it well, and don't worry about if somebody doesn't show. A lot of people don't show up the first time. Keep on, stay with the same spot, stay with the same time, and stay with the same day. Don't change things. Because this is one thing that I learned on another webinar, is if you change things, people are more likely just not going to come, because they're going to be confused on where you're advertising at. So just stick with the same day. So like you want to do first Mondays at 7 p.m. at this coffee shop or whatever. Just stick with it, because it may take a few times before you actually get a group of women together and knowing that you're meeting and things like that. And that's fine. And that's why it's probably better to start with something free. If you could just meet somewhere free to start out with, it's better. But, maybe you could move to a paid place later. Other ideas for finding clients. So if you're in church, you can, church attender, you can ask people at your parish if you can do a free event there. If you hang out at an exercise place or yoga studio, maybe there's a specific prenatal exercise class, or if not, perhaps if you have the credentials to do something like that, you could start one. So maybe you know how to teach that. You could start teaching prenatal classes, exercise classes, for instance. Create a virtual Facebook group for mamas could be another way to meet up. So maybe you could find something that's more specific to your local area. Like I could start a Kansas City moms group if I wanted to, or something. And then I'd meet more moms that way, for instance. So the virtual world is one way to get to know someone and meet up in the real world. You can start a community center support online. This is one way to help, especially if you're in a rural area and you're having trouble meeting people. That might be one way to just get things started. So more ideas for finding clients, more ideas. You could be dropping off your business cards or brochures or flyers to places like chiropractors' offices, baby boutiques, massage therapists, pelvic floor therapists, natural stores, bookstores, any place you think a pregnant mom or postpartum mom may go to. So if they allow you to drop off information, then do so. And if you're offering a special event, then make sure your flyer's going to be seen. So like, hey, you're wanting to tell people I'm doing my free, what's a doula class or something, and you have it set up, then you could probably drop things off at places like this. Caution not to bother doctor offices too much. Now, in my book, Doing Business a Doula Way, I do suggest you write a letter of introduction to your doctor's offices, and I think that's still a good idea. Include a few business cards in the letter, and the staff will most likely file that. But most doctors' offices do not have the time to put up flyers or take down information. If they do allow brochures or flyers or cards, please do drop them off. Otherwise, if they say no, do not be offended. Remember, there are other ways to find clients. We do not want you to be discouraged if they close the door in your face. So remember, these people it's okay to see if they'll let you leave information, but a lot of doctor offices are just too busy and they don't have the time to meet all the doulas in the area. So homework. Write down places in your town or nearby cities that you can go and drop off business cards, flyers, or brochures at. Make sure you have permission to do so. If you're hosting a free event about Meet the Doula, you can tell them it is a time-sensitive event, and maybe they'll be more open to allowing you to post the items. Remember to take things down in timely manner. They may let you post again later. List at least 3 to 5 places you can post information about your business. Okay, so that's the kind of end of my lecture as far as the main thing goes. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about, this is our new Doing Business the Doula Way Mentoring Club. So we're just starting this up, and I'm hoping maybe I'll get some people to join. So we're starting a new Doing Business the Doula Way Mentoring Club. So what do you receive in our club? We're going to have a Google Classroom. We're going to have monthly Zoom mentoring group circles just like this, and access to Doing Business the Doula Way book and course. So basically my book kind of is a course, but the part about the course part is that I'm going to be doing specific, I'm either doing recordings for the course or mentoring calls. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to set up the course yet exactly, but let's just put it this way, it's going to be amazing, okay? access to guest speakers. So I'm hoping we will have some guest speakers in the future. So, and you'll get a bonus gift if you enroll by October 20th. So how much is our doula mentoring club? So I have two types of membership. You can have to pay $49 a year and you get the doula mentoring circles, which is just kind of us meeting over Zoom, access to our classroom, and anything they'll be adding to our class, access to the business course once I have it ready. Okay, it's not quite ready yet, but when I have it ready. You pay $99 a year and you get the doula mentoring circles, except we're not meeting in December, of course. Access to the classroom above and 2 mentoring private times with me during your first year. So this gives you the extra maybe help you might have, specific questions about doulas or getting started in your business. So those would be like private Zoom calls like this that you would get with me. And you would also receive the Doing Business Doula Way certificate. So I'm not giving out the certificate for the business course unless you pay the $99. You can take the class with the other one, but you're not going to get the full benefits. And I will also award 3 CEUs. Now, I cannot guarantee Donna or Kappa CEUs at this time. However, if I have, let's say I have 5 people that say they're wanting it, enough people that they want that, then I will see if I can apply for the CEUs for y'all. I just happen to have enough interest to get that rolling, because it does cost me a little bit of something to guarantee like a Donna CEU for you. But I am willing to look into that. So what else do I have in here? When will the meetings be? Right now I have kind of a tentative idea of second Tuesday a month, but that is flexible. Okay, we'll vote on how many people want to meet whatever day once we get started, but that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Just say second Tuesday a month. We're going to start meeting in November if we can get the club done. And we'll have some club terms and conditions that you'll, sign off of when you're agreeing to sign up. And basically we'll just meet once a month minus December, and we might take off in the summer if there's just, a lot of people on vacation and they just don't have time. That's fine. We might have a 1 day off in summer too. And special bonus gift. So I'm giving away my 3rd edition of Doing Business Doula Way as a gift to those who enroll. Today's price, I have a 2nd edition copy available. So I'm going to draw from the few ladies that signed up for this, and I will draw a name and I'll let you know who's the winner for and just signing up for the webinar today. And I'll send that message over to everyone, and I will send you my 2nd edition copy of the book. Also, I have a journal book that goes with it as well. So that journal book will be given to the first few people that sign up as well. I don't know why I put October 12th, because I really I'm going to say October 20th. We're going to say 20th. I'm going to give you plenty of time to consider enrolling in this and, getting our Doing Business a Doula Way, club going. And I'm hoping that we'll get it going with you. And if you have any questions, now's the time to ask them. I think I have 6 minutes left. You have any questions? Okay, I think I'll just go ahead and end this early. If anybody has any questions, now you're probably like, how do I enroll in this? I didn't put that on here. Well, right now I'm still building the page information on that, but it'll be at the moment, it'll be at catholicdoula.com/business HTML. And by the way, you don't have to be Catholic or anything to join this. This is open to any doula. Okay, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be specific on religion or anything like that when it comes to the business part. We're just talking business and being doulas and that business and giving you that support. And I may create a separate Doing Business a Doula Way page. Our website is what I really like to do. So that's probably what I'm going to do in the next week or two to kind of distinguish it from the other one. But I just get a lot of traffic on the other website. So but I'll let you know what that other website will be, our page or name. If you prefer to sign up at a different website, that's fine. It might be my Ancient Birth one, because I have another website called Ancient Birth, Wisdom Birther. And I always get the name wrong, so I have to look it up. So it's either Ancient Wisdom Birth or Ancient Birth Wisdom. I think it's Ancient Wisdom, but I should probably named it something else. But anyway, so that I have another website called Ancient Wisdom Birth. I think, let me see if I can find it while we're just on here, because I think it's over here. Let me look it up. Ancient. It's ancientwisdombirth.weebly.com. Okay. That is probably where I'm going to put the business thing at, because I want to make things a little bit more away from not everything Catholic doula. So this is going to be, it's going to be on the Ancient Wisdom Birth site as well. Oh, should I lose a person? Oh, well, I might have lost somebody. I don't know. Oh, it says I can't minimize. Okay, that's what it was. I was like, did I lose somebody? Oh no, I didn't know if I lost you. Okay, so ancientwisdombirth.weebly.com, that's where I'm going to put the business information as well. Okay, thank you so much for attending today.